We're at the Howard Street Red Line, known drug area, murder area, gang area, you name it. They're all up here. It is what it is. Oh, there you go. There's kids there. There's kids over here. They're not at the beach. The beach is right down the street, but the kids are hanging here, right? They're going straight to the dope spot. I ain't saying they're part of the dope spot, but instead of the kids hanging out at the beach, they're going towards a place that's maybe a little dangerous here, right? I wouldn't be sending my kids towards this place. I wouldn't let my kids walk past this place. And for those who are wondering what I just mentioned by the beach, we were just at a beach relaxing and noticed that there was nobody at the beach, right? And there should be. That's where teenagers should be hanging out. They should be hanging out at a beach. They should be hanging out at the library. They should be doing things that either are part of their academics or part of their sports or just relaxing. Instead, we have a teenager today that was murdered coming home from school at 63rd and Stony Island at Hyde Park Career Academy. I still call it Hyde Park Career Academy. That's when I worked there, that's what it was called. And that's the bus stop for the school. You can name it YMCA. And all the news now are saying it's the YMCA bus stop. And no, that's the Hyde Park Career Academy after school bus stop. That's those were students going home from school. Oh, there's a cop there. Wow, we got a guy patrolling there. Look at that. That's unbelievable. We're gonna go around the block and see what's going on with that. Oh, there's a foot patrol here. I didn't see that. Strange that elections come up and then they have foot patrols. See that there? Look at that. Look at that. Wild, isn't it? 1 year before an election, a mayoral and aldermanic election, they put police here. They didn't fix the potholes yet. We're going to turn around there, right? They didn't fix the potholes. See all the potholes on this side street here? Oh, there's somebody selling drugs right there. He's sitting right there. There's a guy selling drugs right there. Yeah, it ain't too hard to figure this out. We're going to go roundabout. We're going to go up to Juneberry, right? Or John Quill. Here, there's John Quill and there's Juneberry, isn't there? We're on John Quill right now. We're going to go check this area out. Right? It's funny how the cops are here when they want to win. Oh, look at all those potholes there, man. That's a horrible street there. Every street is ruined, huh? Why is that? Maybe our streets will get fixed because it's an election year, huh? What do you think? I've never seen a foot patrol here at this time. We're going to go down the alley here. How about that? We're going to see if there's anything going on. They kill people up here. You got to be careful. Don't fool around in this neighborhood. This is dangerous. This is an extremely dangerous neighborhood. Don't fool around up here, man. It's dangerous up here. This is the old legacy gangs up here. They don't fool around up here. They control this whole area. They control the drug distribution here, right? This is a drug hub up here. Red Line Howard. They make thousands and thousands of dollars here. Who knows how much they make? They might be up into the millions up here. Man, don't fool around up here, all right? They shot a CTA guy in the chest up here because he told him to get off the property. Don't you remember that? Look it up. CTA attendant shot in the chest. They don't care. If you think these guys are funny and it's rapping and blah, 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 no, they're killers. They kill people. There's a guy right there. Did you see the guy standing there? There's a guy sitting over there selling drugs right in there. That dude's jacked up. Look at him. His pants are down. Don't you see that there? Look at that. He can barely walk. See that guy right there? They're selling drugs right here. Look at that. He can barely walk. See that there? See the cop? There's a cop right up here. Look at that. He can barely walk, that guy. See that there? See that guy? He's all jacked up. See that there? That guy can barely walk, right? He can barely walk. You see that there? And as we walk, as we drive, so he can barely walk. He's jacked up, that guy, right? And then as we're driving, There's a cop walking around doing something over here. I don't know what the cop is doing, but why ain't he taking care of that? There's a cop right there, man. I'm not telling. Should I tell him, man? There's a dude all jacked up right there. He can barely walk, man. See the cop right there? There's a cop right there. You see the cop? He's right there. That dude's jacked up right here. Not even 100 feet over here. Right? Don't you see that there? Pretty wild, isn't it? So what's the cop doing? Is he walking around doing something? Is he helping that guy there? I don't think so. There's a dude right there jacked up. That guy's jacked up right here. Is he talking to him? Hey, man, you need some treatment? See the cop right there? There's a cop still walking around. There's a dude right here. Look. There's a dude right there. Watch. You're going to see as I pull up. There's a guy right there. See that guy selling drugs right there? You see him right there? There's a guy right there. You're going to see some more guys coming up. So that cop's walking around, and you got a bunch of people hanging out right there. Look at this. You ready to see that? Right there. You see that? Those guys right there? So what's the cop actually doing? He's like the racer guys, the speeder guys, right? On the what do you call it? The car meet people, right? They just chase him around. It's Keystone Cop stuff. That's all it is. It ain't preventing crime. Remember the 3 parts: accountability, consequences. The last one is what? Deterrence. There's no deterrence. There's no deterrence, right? You're going to have a consequences. You can be arrested. You can even be put on jail. You can even be put on home monitoring. But is it a deterrence? You just seen it. They're all hanging around there. There you go, Howard Red Line. They got cops walking around and they just move, right? Those are some deep potholes there.